Hi everyone. This map is GM's City of Silence by Ermakov. It takes heavy references from Silent Hill and Left 4 Dead 2 and encompasses an empty city shrouded in fog and light snow. This video is going to be a bit different from my regular uploads. I stream my exploration of this one to both increase the video length so that it works better as a second monitor kind of video that you can listen to while working. I tried to make sure nothing in this went too far over the -10 decibel marker in Vegas Pro, so there shouldn't be anything too jarringly loud. This will be a lightly edited, longer form exploration. There are some cuts, but not as many as most of my videos, and I'm curious to see what you all think of a video where I'm just speaking mostly in flow of consciousness. So leave a comment with your thoughts, and if you like this one, I may very likely do more like these, meaning there will be more Twitch streams and videos in this format. So please enjoy. I got my Twitch check the other day, so I had a little bit of walking around money, so to speak. Oh. Yeah, this map, this little area reminds me of The Passing in Left 4 Dead 2. I feel like they must have modeled, at least this little area after, the little wedding area where the bride witch is. I mean, even here, there's, a little Left 4 Dead 2 Dark Carnival prop of the elephant. And the ice machine. So they got, a few various Left 4 Dead 2 props here. And yeah, there's the burger tank sign too. This is all a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 props. I mean, even the gazebo itself is from Left 4 Dead 2. Most of this stuff at the moment that I'm seeing is. This too. I'm assuming the horse statue must be also, but I don't know for sure. I wonder if this was the same horse statue that was in the GM Fun Land map I peeped a while ago. Oh wait, there's lore here. Hold on, let me bring out the regular camera for this. I think I'll be writing these notes about AUs on a regular basis, and I'll put them in an open place. I leave these notes for other researchers. They will contain a description of the AU you are in, facts about the AU, warnings about dangers, and so on. This will help others because BM Lab have tried to hide some details from their employees. I'll call myself Midnight. It's easier. I need a cool name. I need to sound kind of mysterious. Call myself Midnight. Let me say right away that this AU is extremely interesting. Usually AUs are like dreams. All buildings are simplified. There are only a few things and objects, false windows and light anomalies. In a signal word, human forgetfulness. I mean, that's kind of how these liminal spaces are, and how the backrooms is personified as it forgets things. But this is an exception. Here everything is exactly the opposite. There are a lot of details in an attempt at realism. I guess the thick fog is to blame for this. The fog hides many details, and the human manages to work out all the details. So this is I mean, are the details being spawned in from ourselves imagining these things, or is our imagination making it real in this place? This city reminds me of some cities in the USA and Britain. It also has a damp and cold climate. It snows here all the time, but what's strange is that it melts very quickly, which forms a lot of puddles. In addition, the asphalt and roofs of houses are also cold. That is, there is no reason for the snow to melt. God, there is a lot here. Oh, I mean, this one's blank, so I guess there's not that much. Avoid dark orange windows. The city, or more precisely part of it, is most likely located closer to the center of this city. Well, I have to parse that in my brain. What? The city is located close to the center of the city? Where? Various loud sounds are also strongly suppressed here, which is why there is eternal silence. It's unknown why this is so, but be on the lookout. Otherwise, you won't even notice that someone is coming towards you from the fog. The city is conventionally divided into two parts. One rich residential area, there are many offices, apartments, and hotels, little graffiti, trash, and dirt, as in not much of it. Poor industrial area. Here, on the contrary, there are a few houses, but many different industrial zones, warehouses, and shops. More trash and anarchy. I'm so familiar with this division, although it looks like some kind of cataclysm or event took place in the city. It's not particularly dangerous, and the structure of the AU is stable. We try to get outside this city since it's unusually empty outside the gates and walls, as is typical for borders where AUs end. Actually, we never got behind the walls and had to get out through the portal from where we entered. Let me turn up the sound effects again for this map. You kind of like just get like the wind ambience here. It's like otherwise like really quiet, which I like a lot. Oh, and you even got like the little metal road covers that they have during like maintenance and whatnot. Fine antiques. That doesn't look like a door that I can go into. This is my Silent Hill 2. This reminds me of like the stream the other day that we were doing for like Backrooms, where you just went to like that pool rooms area and it's like, is this really heaven, or like this is not heaven? And the guy like opens his mouth, he's like, huh? Why not? Like the voice actor saying that. I mean, this is very obviously like inspired by Silent Hill. Like this, if it wasn't for Silent Hill, like this map wouldn't be made. Like this has to be like the main obvious like inspiration for it. Like it's even called City of Silence. Like why wouldn't it be Silent Hill? I think it's funny that like they just really drive the point home with that. This must be like a texture from CS Office. Do not speak about the outside world. It distracts your colleagues from the task at hand. You got Counter Fortress 2. Like, okay, hold on. Floor plan. Is this not just the layout for CS Office? Hold on. Because, like, you come in front entrance here, and you have, like, over here, too, to come in, maybe? Am I reading this right? Like, say this is front entrance. And, like, you... No, this isn't CS Office, unless I'm looking at it from a different angle. The texture, I think, is from CS Office, because I've seen these, like, little whiteboards there all the time, but I don't think this map layout is Office. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I could have a bite to eat. It's actually kind of chill just to be sitting in here. Like, it's just all, like, dark and foggy and snowing outside, and we're just, like, in here in, like, this empty restaurant. That's kind of a vibe. I'll take one burger, Tank. It'd be cool if, like, you could kind of get, like, the sound muffled when you're indoors a little bit, but I feel like that would probably be a lot of work. Considering it's so rare that you see it in, most maps. I know there's, like, some maps that I've heard of where if it's, like, raining, you can go inside and then it's, like, muffled when you actually get inside, and then people will, like, remark on that. That's rare. Map also reminds me a bit of, like, kind of the Streets of No Mercy a little bit. Oh, there's probably something over the fence this way. I think this is another Burger Tank sign. Destroy your hunger. I like how it's just like these White Castle burgers that they have that come with that. You would think for something called Burger Tank that the burgers would be so much bigger. Is this like a library or a bookstore? There's a cafe over there. I don't know what this is. It reminds me a bit of like the bookstore in what's that movie with Billy Crystal? Like When Harry Met Sally or something. There's a bookstore that looked kind of like a good bit like this in that movie. If I'm saying the title properly. I doubt that's what it was modeled after. It just kind of reminds me of a similar layout. Yeah, there's like newspapers and whatnot over the walls, and they have that like that one painting of, I think, Marie Antoinette that just that's inconsiderate, dude. You can't be doing that. Books are important. You can't be damaging them by... Okay. Alright. I associate that painting with like a random Gmod idiot box bit from like back in the day. They got coffee. They got random stacks of newspapers here for some reason. Just made a fresh pot of coffee. Anybody want some coffee? But you can't even open the door. There's not even a back door. In what fine society would this happen? I thought there'd be like a second floor to this place. I guess not. It seems like the type of place where you'd find one. You'd also think you'd be able to go in the cafe over here, considering how like lit up it is, but no. This door is lit up. That's gotta be openable, right? No. You would think, like, when it draws attention to a door like that, like, that's, like, a pretty common kind of game mechanic type of thing. Like, you draw attention to the things you want players to go to. But it doesn't seem like, that necessarily means that these doors in this map will be openable. Like, this one I don't think is openable. Maybe we should go back to that alley from before. Unless maybe it, like, loops around here at all. There's a ladder that goes up to this roof. That could be something. I wonder if there's any extent to which this is meant to be, like, a sort of RP map at all. It doesn't start with RP in the prefix. I'm surprised you can even go up here. The sign. Completely, like, torn off. Oh, this doesn't even go anywhere. There's a dead guy, though. There's the dead guy. Unfortunately. Worst mistake of your life to look at that. What's this? Orange box juice. Now with 94% orange juice. What's this say? Beauty sale. There's a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 assets in this map, in particular. I think you might be able to enter this place. Here we go. Like a little locker room. Pages kind of torn off the walls. Is this... This might be the hotel. I think that is what this is. There's a little generator in here, so this place still has power. But then again, a lot of the other places do too. Yeah, this is like a little hotel that they have in the middle of the map. I need to see where, like... Somewhere outside, there's like a nice little red neon hotel sign. That, like, serves as, like, kind of a good contrast from the fog. And all the gray. You put the computer away. But you can get the internet. You can have the internet as book. Oh. Just two people quietly walking around a map. With, like, their camera out. No one ever just experiences the world for what it is anymore. They're always on that damn camera or phone. It's interesting that you can still hear a police car, like, driving around. This person left, like, the refrigerator open. That shit probably smells crazy. Perhaps we'll never know what this was meant to be. Yeah, it's just, like, very empty. It seems like it was, like, a long time since anybody was, like, really here. You got some, like, yellow pages. And then, like, the hotel rooms have, like, different... Like, it's a similar layout in each one, but, like, there's something, like, a different story kind of being told in most of them. The proper people if it was Male 08 and Zoroark Pokemon, but shortened. Exactly, like, that's kind of... what I think of when I like make videos a lot of the time. It's like I don't know. I was kind of thinking of depicting like if I was to make videos out of what I record today, it would be kind of really, it would kind of be like a proper people kind of style of presentation where I would kind of edit down the actual exploration a bit, and then maybe when I go to like put it in Vegas, I would kind of do my own kind of pre-recorded preface, and add like little notes in between sometimes. And so it would kind of be like a similar style of presentation. See, something happened here. Something something very unfortunate happened here, but it's also strange because there's no body. And it makes you wonder what happened to the body. I got nobody. Get it? Nobody? These people like packed in a hurry and were on their way to leave. It's like, it said there was a contagious disease on like the CETA sign. So like that probably makes you think like that's what happened. These people didn't even get to take their suitcases, but there's a mess. But then, I don't know. Doesn't really explain like the fog so much, but like the disease was probably like caused by whatever like made the fog. If that is something to be analyzed or scrutinized closely in this continuity. And then like the rest of this hotel is like unfinished near the top. There's like still trash left over from when people were working, but they kind of just threw stuff down in here. Yeah. There's like more stuff up here. This guy, I wonder like if they were bringing all their luggage up here. I wonder if there was like a helicopter flying by that they couldn't get the attention of. And then again, like, I don't know. But then just to leave all their stuff up here, you'd think maybe they jumped off, but there's no body or anything. Oh, there's like actual body of water down there. Yeah, you can see like the little hotel sign over there too, though. I guess this one could be maybe a bit brighter. I would like it to be a bit brighter. For it to like stand out more. Maybe I could do something with that in like post-processing. Oh wait, default settings. And then increase the contrast slider. Whoa. That increases everything though is the problem. Maybe color multiplier. Ooh. Okay, hold on. That's an interesting look. Like in the yellow in the windows really sticks out too. I kind of like that. Let me play with that a little bit more. I think the color multiplier really makes it interesting. Because like if you have it lower, it's like more white. But you really get like a nice like red when you increase the multiplier. Although the fog gets like kind of greenish, which is a little interesting. This is kind of cool. I might like walk around with this for like a little bit. I like this. Let me get a closer look at the sign with this. I feel like you can even get like a better kind of sense of like the light emanating off of it. Like you can see kind of the blurred edges around it. Of like kind of like a reddish kind of glint, perhaps. If for lack of a better word in my brain. That looks nice. That looks pretty nice to me. And like the roofs are they're all wet here for like with the snow that melted. Oh, there's that like bar cafe thing again. This just looks better with like the color multiplier, man. That looks really nice. I should probably keep it just at default so I like get the kind of unfettered kind of look of the map officially, but man, like this to me just looks a lot better. Here's this building by an intersection. I want to say this is like, I was gonna say a hospital, but I don't think it is. It might be like an office building. Because you got like whatever, all this like stuff down here. It's kind of like a lounge room or something. How do you get in here? I'll leave the door open for Cynaraos. Oh, it's like all like dusted or molded or peeled off or something on the sign. Atlantic. I mean, that's how you know this is from like Left 4 Dead, because it's like zombies are trying to pry open the doors with their hands. Stairs access. You got like copy paper and stuff. Here's that lounge room from earlier. This would be a chill spot to hang out, I think. Because it's like they're saying it's all like cold and damp outside, but in here it's like it's all dry. You can still hear like the hum of like the lights. It's pretty cozy in here, I would think. Oh, me little office. Little space for me. I wish you could all be on these chairs, but it never lets you. What I don't like about those. This is a nice room. I could. This is like a place where if I was just like hanging out alone, like playing just to kind of relax, like this would be a nice spot to like just chill and take in the vibe. Yep. Staring at my water bottle. Me and my water bottle, hashtag friendship. Here. I'll leave this here right for you. You can see like the snow coming down outside too. I'm surprised it's like snow and not like ashes or something. Interesting they have like, I mean, this is probably meant to be like a server room, but like when I see rooms like this, I always like to think it's like some kind of like research center, or like, oh, we're studying the anomalies. That's probably roof access. This is like your executive little suite. There's like the Gary Newman painting. You got a meeting room up here. Is this the same whiteboard from downstairs? It is. Planet. And then here's another one. You can't really read that much on this one, though. Actually, I don't think you can read any of this shit. At least I can't. My brain isn't big enough for that. Yeah, it's just like a basic little office building. I'd say the exterior of it... The exterior of it was pretty cool, though. Had an interesting kind of setup. Don't cry that the old world has fallen, cry that a new world has come. Okay. I feel like there's also some Cry of Fear kind of vibes for a little bit of stuff in this. I don't know if it uses assets from it at all, but it just kind of reminds me of that a bit. I need to play that game at some point. I still have never played it. There's like a lot of just like kind of cult classic kind of Source games that have been out like over the years that I just haven't really gotten around to playing yet, and I feel like I need to change that. Like, I mean, hell, even, like, I played the original Stanley Parable. I didn't finish all the new content for the for the, like, the definitive, like, version of it that came out a few years ago yet. I need to do that, too. Over here. So they said there was, like, 2 parts to the city. So I think that was, like, the nicer area. I think over here is, like, maybe the more industrial area. Oh, look at this. You know, it's more chill than it looks from afar. I bet this would be a nice little spot to hang out with some people. You get like a little barrel fire. You just kind of chilling on a nice cozy couch. I'd hang out here for a little bit in the IRL maybe. Although, I mean, burning stuff in a barrel, probably toxic fumes. But hey, maybe, you know, just for a little bit. That'd be kind of chill. It's like a warehouse with a pretty nice, like, detailed interior. Got the, like, a Left 4 Dead 2 generator. Oh, and, like, the little truck from, one of the trucks from Crash Course, I would say. Not the one that you get rescued in, but, like, the one that's, like, next to it. Lucky Grocery. Man, I wish this one had an interior you could go into. I love, like, little grocery stores. Ah! Little back office, I guess. Is this meant to be like a safe? Oh, it is, and they gave me gun. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's something. I like these couches. Weird empty whiteboard from... Oh, is that what this is? It's like... I feel like it's meant to be like a... I don't know, like a calendar of some sort or something. Like you track maybe people's hours on it or something. I don't know. I think that's what it could be. I don't know for sure though. Piano and kind of like a storage room again. What do you think the primary use of this room is if not storage? I think it probably is just storage, and maybe they like have a little inventory check meetings or something here. Giant box of rations. I know a Steve that would be glad about this. I am Steve 1989 MRE info. They just look like, I was gonna say they look completely inedible, but like Steve 1989 would look at this and be like, yeah, I'm going in. He'd be like, nice hiss. I haven't watched his videos in a minute. We should do that again. I'm not even sure, like, what this business primarily is. They have, like, kitchen stuff here, but that can't be, like, all that they're selling here, right? This is all they have. Does it say, like, what this place is meant to be out front? Oh, it's a pawn shop, but all they have is kitchen stuff. This map is nice. I do like the vibe of it a lot. Oh. You see, like, the little, like, kind of light, kind of glint coming off of it on that? What if I do, like, the color modification for this one? Ooh. It just kind of brings, like... It's a little bit much on red. But I do like what it does for, like, the neon lights. Like, when a building's already kind of red, it just kind of brightens it a little too much, but... I think it's still a net positive. Pump's empty, gas for sale inside. I like this, though, that the music is playing in here. This isn't the same gas station in Hard Rain. It just has the same sign. I like the layout of this one a lot. And the music here, like, adds this nice little touch to it. Oh, here's the radio. It just adds, like, it really completes the vibe of this building. I like this a lot. This is like, I don't know, this gas station to me is like peak kind of like source building to me. Just like the old kind of dirty bathroom is somehow like comforting to me only in this kind of context. They got cokes back here. They got like a car battery that somebody was like is connected to a grill somebody I guess was using to cook back here for some reason. Perhaps for improvised survival purposes. They got a gun cabinet back here. My name is Keith Marshall, and I'm going to die here. My name is Keith. There's also this like little alleyway back here, but I don't know where it would necessarily go. There's another roof up here. But so far from what I've seen, none of the roofs have really had anything, like, extremely interesting. This seems like this... Oh, no, you can climb down from here and up. Okay, hold on. There might be some more stuff. Zombie. We haven't heard that at all up to this point in this map. There's like a map boundary right there. So we're like kind of right up against the edge. So what's over here? Trucks. Nothing incredibly of note. Probably if you touch the fence, either you get shocked or nothing happens at all. Is this anything? Somebody was like cooking something here. It's interesting that it shows signs of people kind of like living improvised, like after an apocalypse had already happened, but now they're still all gone anyway, as if there was like kind of like a second thing that made everyone disappear. I don't think there's too much left here, but there's like a little playground here that's all abandoned. don't think that door leads anywhere in specific or in particular, but we might be able to come around to the other side, possibly. There's a little giraffe plush, but other than that, seemingly not much. Ooh. This one's kind of luxurious, if you can call it that. You got a cooler next to you, watching, maybe grabbing some beers, watching the big game. You're warm. You know, what more do you need, man? You got it all covered. You got refreshments, you got warmth, you got entertainment, you got a comfy chair. What more does a guy need, you know? Garage sale Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, they got like a bunch of random shit here. It's like the tile in the backroom movie. What's like the counter for fire barrels that they have here? It's gotta be like at least like 5 or 6 at this point. Jeep that you can drive in the little mechanic shop. Flotastic headers, high performance specialists. I was hoping the button would maybe raise this up, but no, I don't think it does. Huh. Yeah, I do see that. I guess you need, like, to find a key card somewhere. We did need to find a key card, though the method for obtaining it takes some time and a lot of back and forth around the map. You need to bring 6 lamps and a corpse over to a ritual spot in this otherwise unassuming red building in the industrial part of town. One is at the gas station nearby, one is near the spawn on top of this tent near 2 porta potties, one is behind the burger tank on this pile of boxes, one is on top of the office building on a plastic chair overlooking the town, one is in this side area near a makeshift wooden ramp, and the last one is in the construction site. The corpse, meanwhile, can be found in this alleyway with the damaged fence and the police car outside. You also need 2 more things. This green radioactive core in the back of a truck near Hearst Shipping, and this pointed metal object in the pawn shop. These will be placed in a different building, the mechanic shop with the buggy inside. I would recommend putting those 2 items here before completing the ritual. You'll see why in a second. To complete the ritual, put all 6 lamps in their places around the table and lay the corpse on the table itself. This causes an invasion of fast zombies into the map and consequently opens a door at the bottom of the stairs, allowing you to both arm up to fight the zombies and collect the keycard on the table. You'll need to take this to the mechanic shop while fighting off the fast zombies. Scan the card and get into the door with the 2 items you brought here. Make sure to close the door behind you. Now that we've made it inside, we see that these items we found are actually the last 2 remaining pieces to complete a nuclear bomb. Kind of a screwed up way to solve the problem we just created, but considering the zombie spawns are endless, I don't think we have much option to go back outside. Might as well follow through. So what does this mean? It's possible the fiction of Calm seems to be a pretty direct reference to the map itself, and the preference towards a real and terrible world could just be a meta-reference to real life as opposed to the map. That said, we do also have a poem in the ritual room from before that may provide further insight. From 30 to 16, bright and sudden light broke his world again. But without accepting the truth, he began to take revenge. Revenge with violence and coldness as eternal winter. But without even realizing it, he will be killed later, plunging him into darkness even deeper and deeper. This is speculation and I could be wrong, but given that this world is meant to exist from dreams, I think the bomb is a mental representation of self-destructiveness and burnt bridges. The bomb may be a stand-in for any overkill solution that in the end makes things worse than if you'd left the situation as it was. A connection could also be made between the coldness creating an eternal winter in the poem and the foggy, snowy conditions in the city. That coldness could also lead to the emptiness of this dream, devoid of friends and family, and so it leads me to think that this dream overall is a manifestation of antisocial behavior driving loved ones out of a person's life. Maybe I'm reading too far into it, but that's what it says to me at least. That's going to be everything for City of Silence. If you like the way I did this video, again, please let me know in the comments, or just let me know if you have any constructive feedback. Check out my Discord in the description if you want to talk about videos or get notifications for new videos and streams. I also have a Patreon for behind-the-scenes footage and sneak peeks for most of my videos, as well as early access to new uploads at the highest $5 tier. With that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.